Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Tassel, Baltimore. We are Baltimore positive. We are not in the studio. We are in the most positive place I can imagine being during the holidays. We are kicking off the Maryland Crab Cake Tour Holiday Edition. There will be eggnog served. We're at Koco's Pub. We are in Lauraville with Lauravillians. They look a little bit like Whovillians. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm in From the minute I walked in here and I have my Raven scratch-offs, I wish I had my peppermint scent that I got to get on John and Roz down at the lottery about that. I'll have them later on in the month. But it's also brought to you by Jiffy Lube Multicare. But when I come to this neighborhood, I talk about it all the time, I discovered rock and roll. I discovered Kiss. I discovered Alice Cooper at 3101 Tyndale Avenue, about 2 football fields from here. My Uncle Nelson lived right around the corner from Eastwood Drive, where Ricig lives. But Mike Ricigliano is my co-host with a K, because we're at Koco's and it's spelled with a K. And I asked you to bring some neighborhood friends here, and I forgot how many friends I have friends that live in Mayberry over here.
Not Mayberry.
Mayfield. I knew.
RFD.
What is that? RFD.
Mayberry RFD.
Oh, okay. Mayfield.
Right. Mayfield.
Now, Liz and Bass tell me they're from Mayfield. I didn't even know where Mayfield was, and the whole time, Nick Siriopoulos, our original donut deliverer at WNST 25 years ago, actually you're a Mayfield human, yes?
Mayfield, yes.
He's a Mayfield.
Define Mayfield as it is for Baltimoreans who are unfamiliar, sadly, with the Lauraville, Morgan State, Montebello corridor of beautiful East Baltimore.
Where it is, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Chesterwood
we're
Park?
north of Clifton Park Golf Course, and south of the Herring Run Park, and bracketed by Harford Road and Belair Road.
And you say it right.
Perfect.
Blair Road. You
Perfect
say it the way
description.
it's supposed to be.
I'm a Hollandtown boy. No.
So Nick has been a friend and a listener for as long as I've been on the radio. So 33 years.
Yeah.
I have known you through Ricig. Ricig was with me 40 years, and we've been through this. We did a whole Sports First reunion the last time. But I brought some mementos, some heirlooms today.
Man.
I brought in a special black envelope here because I wanted to feel like Pulp Fiction. But when I found out you were coming, and Thomas Rhodes is coming from Zeke's Coffee, Marcella's going to serve me eggnog, Eric, Liz, everybody's here. So we're going to do it. And the minute I came in here, I heard, I'll be home for Christmas.
There it is.
So I have spent many Christmases with you. This is not the first time I have seen the Grinch Ricig hat.
Yes, of course.
I have
Right.
pictures of you and me with that hat at the barn in 1996, 97, 98.
And it's never been clean. My wife says it's got to be thrown in the wash.
No way.
No way.
I'm going to get a Zips Dry Cleaning
you'd
partnership,
ruin it. No,
and I'm
you'd
going to
ruin
have
it.
Zips Dry Cleaning work with that. Bob Barry's going to do
The
that.
Grinch
for me.
wouldn't have a clean hat.
Exactly, right. Exactly.
How do you guys know each other neighborhood-wise? Because Ricig, of course, came to us from Buffalo in 1983-84 with Sports First and the News American. You've spent your whole life here, 41 years. I know you through him, and as it turns out, because it's Baltimore, I got my back adjusted, and just so if you want to sit on my face, Nick, you can. It's your opportunity here. I brought my back's killing me, and Dr. Steve adjusts me.
There's another
and
one.
Dr. Steve Elliott, Elliott Chiropractic Life. And you were wearing like rugby gear.
Right.
So you have a rugby sports background.
Right.
You have ties to these.
I started Steve in rugby.
Ah.
Now I don't know
You've
this
probably
story.
started many people in rugby.
Well, me and Jake. You remember my
Right.
boy Jake?
Yeah,
I
Jake.
invited Steve here today. He could not be with us today,
Okay.
but I wanted him to come.
That's
and then
a story for-
Then
I
he
can tell
found
you
out you
another
were
story.
coming.
Right.
But rugby's so weird to me. How is anybody into rugby?
It's a fantastic sport.
How do you
Fantastic
find
sport.
it in
If you-
1965? How do you find it?
Well, I not 65. It was 75 for me.
Well, you know what I mean. I think you're older
Well,
than you are.
I was in
You
Europe.
told me you're Rubenstein's age. I figured
I
you're
was-
70-something.
I'm 1 year behind him.
All right.
I was in Europe in the Army. I was over there,
Thank you
whatever,
for your service.
in the military.
All right.
Yeah. I didn't have all I shot at was paper targets, though. I was fortunate enough not to have to shoot at anybody.
Peacetime. I like it.
So anyway, I watched Russians is what we did. We
Okay.
were on the border of
Nice.
Czechoslovakia.
That sounds like a
Anywho,
Stripes scene.
It was pretty close.
Okay.
Because
That's a fact, Jack.
right after Vietnam, okay, so it was all kind of gearing
right.
down and whatever. So I'm in the officers' club having a beer, like a young lieutenant's supposed to do. And, another lieutenant comes up and sits next to me, and he starts drinking and this and that. And he goes, "So what are you going to be doing Saturday?" I said, "Well, Saturday I'm going to be sitting in that stool getting drunk." He goes, "Well, why don't you come out and play rugby or watch us play rugby?" I said, "Okay, what is it?" Because I've been a lacrosse player all my life.
Oh, you played lacrosse?
Yeah, I didn't even own a baseball glove until I got into the Army. Okay?
How's a
played
kid
lacrosse.
from Highlandtown get a lacrosse stick?
I went to a military school in
Oh,
Virginia.
explains it.
Ah,
All right.
That explains
Okay.
it.
Explains why you're so formal and rigid.
Yeah, well, I was taught well, I guess.
Right, exactly.
And I'm an officer and a gentleman by Act of Congress, which they don't do anymore. They only make you an officer. They don't make you an officer and a gentleman, and that's where that movie comes from. That was kind of the end.
I already thanked you for your service. I'm not going to thank you for being a
And
gentleman.
he's got an Army shirt on because he roots
I have
Army
always
in the
known
Navy.
you to be a gentleman.
Yeah.
I would say that, Nick.
Anywho.
So rugby.
So this guy says, why don't you come out and watch us play? I said, okay. So we closed the bar that night. We stumble out of there. He goes, "You're going to come out and watch us play rugby, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah, I'll come out." He goes, "Bring some cleats." I said, "What do I need cleats for?" He goes, "Oh, it's real dirty and, muddy." And well, I went and I went and watched. And in the second half,
They needed help.
a guy got hurt. They had 50
You
players.
don't even know the rules.
No rules. No,
I never heard this
committed
story.
I knew this was going to be a good story, Ricig. That's why
committed
I
a
asked.
foul on the first play I was in.
Anybody that's in the rugby, it's like a cult.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
doubt.
Like it
Well,
totally
because-
is a cult, and there's something that got him into it.
The thing with rugby is, Nestor, is you can go anywhere in the world and play. You can go anywhere in the world.
Soccer's that way, too.
It's the,
Yeah,
well,
basketball's
but
becoming
we're
that
the
way.
only sport that after the game we have a party with the opposition.
Right.
And if the
So
party,
it's not like Ohio State and Michigan. Is what
oh
you're
hell
telling me.
no. Well, it is until the game's over. Once the game's over, then we all go, have a beer.
Nice.
Take the
Okay.
flag home and get 2 beers. I like it. All right.
Well, whatever. So
So that's the
rugby-
social aspect of
It's
rugby.
more than so. It's almost family kind of thing, okay? Because rugby's it's a hard ass sport.
I know
it's
this.
a
That's why I
pisser.
never played it.
Okay, we don't wear pads, okay? And everybody's like, "Oh,
Start with this.
how do you-
Everybody that plays rugby, woohoo, crazy, right? So let's start with
yeah,
that.
but Ricig, Nestor, in rugby, when we tackle, if my arm goes to your shoulder, I'm going to be sitting out for 10 minutes. That's a penalty. If my arm even goes here, you're done. You're out. Yellow card. Thank you for your service for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
kidding.
they're very strict on anything above the
Unlike that
shoulders.
hit with Trevor Lawrence the other day,
God,
yeah,
that was
right,
nasty.
yeah.
I'm glad they suspended him for 3 days.
Well,
Should
you
have
know
been
what was
more,
weird
but-
is I watched it. I thought it was horrible, and I tweeted something about it being horrible. Then I watched it in slow motion, and I'm like, he ducked. The quarterback slid, and when the quarterback slides, and you're going after his waist,
I mean, he
his
went
waist
like-
becomes his head.
He went
True.
like this.
The forearm shiver. Nick the Greek is here. Ricig is here. We're in bye week. We're at Koco's. I'm trying to get festive and holiday spirit. You got grandkids you got to go watch now. But I want to have a little bit of fun, tell a little history of friendships and relationships.
So,
because
Ricig-
you guys have become like family, like brothers. Like I've known you guys for
Sure,
40
yeah,
years.
of
Like
course.
you guys
We-
are really close.
We got
course.
connected because of our kids going to the same school.
okay,
That's right.
neighborhood
Same
people.
Francis.
Okay,
That's right.
Elementary
40
school.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And through that, we grew friends and this and that, and not only between us, but between the families that all lived in the neighborhoods.
Absolutely, yeah.
To the point where we all were involved at St. Francis. We had all our kids playing soccer and baseball.
But all
and-
you were sports guys.
Well, we were.
That's a
And-
thing.
and
I know all your friends. I know all of you were bonded by Memorial Stadium
Right.
originally being in the neighborhood.
Right. We
Like,
would walk over.
Of
Yeah.
course. I mean,
Yeah.
and I used to park the
Or
car over.
stumble.
Sometimes I walk with you guys.
Stumble.
You know. So I mean,
Stumble over.
I remember when Ricig's like, come on over. We'll park over here. We'll walk to the game. And I'm like,
Right. We would park the night before.
I ain't walking. I got a press pay, the media pass, and park in the lot. But I said, "Wait, you live in now I would walk it. It's 2 miles.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Literally.
it is. Yeah.
You wish
um,
you could. I wish I could.
So we even.
I
got,
wish I could walk in
Yeah,
Memorial
me
Stadium with
too.
this one last time.
Whatever.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. So it came even to the point of we've got probably 40 or 50 friends in the families that are within the community. And it got to where we were doing fundraisers for our kids, and one of our fundraisers was a Halloween party that we would all dress up and do. But it was more than just dressing up. Each neighborhood would dress up in a theme, and we would compete.
Very competitive.
I
can't imagine Ricig doing anything competitive around art.
Well, one group from Beverly Hills came as Stool Wars.
Stool Wars, yeah.
Okay, and they made a huge toilet
spaceship out of
it was
styrofoam. Really wild. I mean, out of control competition.
Yeah, it should have been on TV.
So this becomes like a little bit like a parade float kind of thing, a little bit.
Yeah, you would have
even more because we would each do a skit.
Yeah, it was a cosplay.
Okay,
we would
kind of like the Mummers Parade if you've ever been to it. Yeah, they do the
that looks
same
like a
thing.
Mummers hat.
And then not only that, the month of October was open season where we would go and toilet paper each other's houses.
Yeah, we'd raid each
like
other's
that.
neighborhoods, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd go and toilet paper his house, or I would I had cellophane that was like
he cellophaned.
3
He
foot wide
and
cellophane.
Robin, his wife.
Like they wrap up pallets. I got a cellophane like that and wrapped his car.
He wrapped my van. It was a conversion van. I can't even imagine how much
You
saran
still friends?
It took me.
What the hell is
it
this?
took me several days to unwrap the conversion van.
I want to warn all my friends who know better, and you know better. I don't. I'm not a practical joker about my
So
vehicle.
anyway, it's
if I go out there, my vehicle out here on Hartford Road's wrapped in something, I'm gonna be pissed at you.
Great friendship goes back a long
Now that I know Rob, well, I've seen you guys. I haven't seen you since Ravens tailgating, right? I would always see you when I handed signs out, right?
I missed my
handed signs out. Part of that was meeting everybody in the city.
We missed that. This is why we stopped, because we were the last couple of years, like before COVID. Okay, it was me and Robin and Kevin Lynch, and we're standing
I
here.
Keep
going,
you on the mic. There you go.
We're standing here going, why is it just the three of us now at our tailgate?
Yeah, we got to tell you more about the tailgates, because the tailgates were fun.
Yeah,
they're really fun.
Yeah.
Well, Ricig's been a part of my life forever. He's been my artist. I think I brought some of this out for the 25th anniversary last year, but I didn't have Nick around, and I wanted Nick to appreciate this because, like, you meet
tons of
Ricig, and you're like, oh, dude, you're the artist guy at the paper doing the sports things, right? So Ricig has been a part of my art journey forever, and I brought some of this for, like, Marcel and everybody here to laugh at. So this was last year. This was the 25th anniversary.
Part of the hat,
Part of the hat. I still have the hat.
With the long locks now,
with
too,
the long locks.
Right. There you go.
But he has drawn me
I just
in
got
every
a haircut
era.
yesterday.
This is so far back that it predates sitting on my face and WNST. So this is a 1998 seat cushion. This was really made because Memorial Stadium was kind of uncomfortable.
Oh,
right. So 1998, we made seat cushions.
Yeah, it was a great giveaway. Yeah,
and this is Ricig's artwork here, obviously, of my face.
Yep.
So it was all lifted from the original Nasty Buck. So this was a Nasty Buck that we had all of the original sponsors on the back.
Man, that's a young Nest.
That's
right
Hooters
there,
right there, too, right, on the back. So you could write, as an example, go to Tochterman's Fishing and Tackle and get 10% off anything with this. So I appreciate Tony Tochterman. Arcade Pharmacy.
Eastern Avenue.
Ball's Sports Bar, Hooters, Bonded Jewelry Exchange, Jack Brown, wonderful man. Fireside Inn of Glen Burnie. Cellular Center.
Nice.
Cellular One. How about that?
Yes.
Norris Ford. Edgar's Billiards, Jasper's Restaurant. This is really important. Where's Marcella? Emerald Tavern. Buy one dinner, gets 1 second, half price. Hey, Emerald Tavern right here for you. Take it down to Harvey. Right here.
I don't think it's
half
valid
price
anymore.
661-2299. Safe Harbors Travel. This is from 1997. 1997 when I was on AM 1360. TWA was my airline sponsor. So we're going back. This might have been 93 or 94. This is like really, really early on.
You know, Ness, you and Nick are probably the two people
Ravens didn't
I have
exist.
drawn the most since I've lived in Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
You know, Nick.
Well, you're in
and-
every
Yikes.
cartoon.
No, not
He
every.
used
He
to
was
be
in every
He was
cartoon.
my every fan. You know, like whenever
You
I
were
needed an
memorial.
every
I was
fan.
like the every guy.
Yeah, he was like the every guy. And so
I want to put
and
Marcelo on. I didn't know she was going to be here. I didn't even plug a mic in.
he's-
I got to take a break. I'm
He's
gonna put
easy to
Marcelo.
draw. You know, the big handlebar mustache. you
Yeah,
know,
I'm easy.
The,
Easy
the
mark.
dazzling good Greek looks. You know, like all of that.
I don't know about
Nick
that.
was a
but-
great cartoon character.
Well, when
And
I,
you too, Ness.
Well, I mean, when I talk about being up and down Harford Road, the Emerald Tavern. Did you ever go to
That's
the Emerald
another-
when
absolutely.
they had the satellite dishes?
They
when
had-
we had TV?
yeah, yeah.
So these were my sponsors, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to resurrect this with an idea for. I have an app idea, it's a business idea. I'll give you on the air. Where if the Baltimore Positive app had a coupon that you could get a free extra clump of crab meat in the. I don't know how it's possible
Well.
that you could get an extra clump of crab meat in the cream of crab soup here because I was like still pulling it out of my teeth.
the free
but
dessert.
like whatever it is, the deals and the discounts. This is my original idea. I think this is from '94, Ricig.
Nice.
I really
Wow.
do.
Impressive.
Well, it might have been '95 because my ponytail was missing.
No.
So anyway, but I have a whole litany of old artwork here. This was Nasty Nationwide that Ricig did. And this was Mother's $2 burger or $2 chicken steak at Mother's. I appreciate you, Dave Rather. So I know everybody in town. Katie Griggs should figure that out. Now, these were really important. These were
the Christmas cards.
original Christmas cards.
Wow.
This was before we had
Don't even
WNST.
remember doing 'em.
Yeah, this is the nasty van we had before we had NST. So the nasty van, and then down here was the full NST treatment. So I have these full Christmas cards. Nick the Greek's got to be in this one. Where's Nick in that one? Find
don't
him.
know.
Come on, find Nick the Greek. There he
Right,
is.
like find
Nick the Greek's in
Waldo.
there. He's in there. He's
Find
right up there in the
Waldo.
corner. There you are, right there. You're right next to
Yep,
Kevin Acker.
there it is.
Right there, next to little Mike Broach, who's now 45. So when you've been doing this 33 years,
Yeah.
we have Christmas stuff. I'm going to take a break because I want to get Marcella a mic so we can have some fun. I have old business cards here. But you've been drawing me since I didn't have wrinkles. What do you do about my wrinkles now, Ricig? Do you draw them out?
I mean,
is that like an
there's no-
Instagram
You have
ad,
less
like
wrinkles
a-
than us.
No wrinkles in cartoons.
Yes, right.
You're the original. How many
No
times
I
have you
draw.
drawn
I
Nick?
draw my wife the same every year, no matter what. I can't. She, exactly the same.
Yeah, you've drawn her more than you've drawn me. Now, come on.
Maybe.
No, that's not true.
I think you're the most.
Yeah,
not
I
only
know.
that, he's the king of media. He's been in movies. He's been in TV. You got to ask him about all that. now.
I'm going to ask
Yeah.
him about that. Weren't you an extra like Major League 2 or something?
No.
No.
Absolute Power.
Right.
I was in Gettys or in.
Man,
Gods
we
and
got a movie
Generals.
star
Gods
here.
and Generals.
Gods and Generals.
You know,
he's on the CD case.
Right.
The
cover
he's on
of
the cover
CD.
of the CD on
Of
Gods and Generals. Of Gods and Generals. If you go to a
I
store,
don't know what Gods and Generals is.
It's
like
a
a
Civil
Civil
War
War
movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like a sequel to Gettysburg.
That's right. You used to do the reenactments.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're like the world's most interesting man next to me. You're second most interesting.
Second most interesting, definitely. At
I don't know
least.
about
Nick
that.
Siriopoulos is here, and he has been my
Siropoulos.
friend.
Siriopoulos.
I said Siriopoulos. Did I say it wrong?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Siropoulos.
Siropoulos.
Siriopoulos. I like that.
Siropoulos.
I've been saying it wrong.
Siriopoulos is Italian, I think.
Siropoulos.
Yes.
Siropoulos.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Siropoulos.
I don't want to be
That's the
Scott
serious. That's the
Yeah, don't be
serious.
Scott Todd.
I don't
That's
wanna
the
be Scott
serious
Todd.
radio
Now, the FCC
version.
doesn't have anything about that?
Siriopoulos.
Scott Todd or Namishu and any of those good words?
Whoa. You'll start me cussing in Spanish now.
Or
Don't wanna do
Malacca?
that.
You know?
I know about Malacca. I
There
grew up
you
with
go.
the Greek kids. I did.
Yes.
The Kaplanchuses, but I knew how to pronounce their name.
That's the first thing
They were
teach you.
GP66.
My wife, that's the only Greek she knows. I took her to Greece and she embarrassed the shit out of me.
All right. You just embarrassed the poop out of me.
Oh, excuse me.
You know, I'm gonna leave. I gotta get Marcella in here because she's got Zeke's coffee. I want you to tell the Zeke's coffee story because Thomas is coming later too.
That's great.
I'll just say this about being Greek or whatever. Like a guy like me would say, it's all Greek to me. That means I don't understand.
Absolutely.
It. So I had one of your relatives on, Yanni. You know Yanni?
Okay.
The singer, Yanni.
Okay, yeah.
Beautiful-
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful
yeah,
Yanni.
Yanni,
right?
absolutely.
You had Yanni on,
I had
yeah.
Yanni on the show at
Really?
the Super Bowl
Oh, wow.
back in 2004.
Oh, okay.
And I said to him, I said, when you're Greek, what do you say? Because it's you speak Greek,
Right.
you know? So he said, we say it's all Chinese to me.
Oh, there,
So there you go.
All right.
So
There
I
you
don't
go.
speak Chinese either.
Me neither.
Mandarin,
No.
but,
Me either.
but I do know what Skata is, and
Right.
we're not having any of that around here. Nick Siropoulos.
There we go.
Yes.
I've never had to say your name. I call you Nick the Greek.
That's it.
That's
Well,
all he.
That's
That's
why
all
I
you
don't
need
mess
to
it
know.
up.
That's all you need to know.
How many donuts have you brought me in your life? A lot of donuts. We ate a lot of donuts that Christmas.
Yeah, it was a lot.
He was the official donut man for WNST 26 years ago. It says 25 years. We've been 26.
Thanks
Ricig
to
is
Montgomery
here.
Donut Company.
Dara Bunjan, I'm going to pronounce her name wrong too. I don't know her, but she gave me a corn pudding recipe for Thanksgiving, and to thank her, I'm thanking her with coconut shrimp here.
There you go.
Yeah, freshly breaded, of course, with the jalapeno and all that. So we got things happening here. I want to promote all this for our friends at Koco's because we're in Lauraville, but they have the holidays on Harford. Now, you participate in these things, right?
Sure, yeah.
We have Koco Crawl. Well, that already happened. How did I miss the Koco? I'm here for the egg.
I also missed
it.
That's
fine. First Friday, special
may
deals
still
and
be
events
crawling,
on the Hamilton Lauraville Main Street. They got like bookstores here. They have all sorts of
it's
beautiful
a lovely
things.
Snug books, all kinds of
Holidays on Harford. The kickoff is Saturday, and the real Santa is coming. I know you dress up as Santa.
I do. Well,
you wear Santa's hat. Marsh has the real Santa coming. They have a candy cane crawl. When are we going to do a Roper night here? A Mrs. Roper thing.
A Mrs. Roper
A Roper romp? You know about the Roper romp?
No. I don't know.
What's that?
Mrs. Roper's the character on TV,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
Everyone dresses like her, and they go out and get hammered.
Really?
And they walk up and down the street.
Where does that take place?
It takes place all over America.
Okay, wow.
All places that are good
It
communities.
sounds like sport shopping.
All
Yes, it
upstanding
really is
communities.
like
It sounds
sport
like
shopping.
your potty thing from Beverly Hills, you know?
Yes, right.
Oh,
Store.
yeah.
Nick,
Store.
I should know.
Yeah.
Before I go to break and get Marcel on here,
Okay.
I'm going to bring her in because I'm going to find another chair. I would just say it only stands to reason that a Hollywood star like you would be this close to Beverly Hills, right?
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Yes. Marcella can sit in my chair while you guys discuss. And
No,
I'll
I
jump
got another
in. Okay.
mic.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, I
like
just
the
gotta plug it
really
in.
like the really big stars, they don't really live in Beverly Hills.
Beverly.
They live in Mayfield.
They live in Mayfield, right?
They live in Mayfield. Also, by the way, Leave It to Beaver.
Or Grease.
The Beeve lived in a town called Mayfield also.
There you go.
They-
Not
Yeah, the
Mayberry. That was
No,
the other.
Mayfield.
That's the other
Mayberry's
TV guy.
Opie.
But
Mayberry's Opie.
Beeve, the Cleavers,
Right.
lived
That
in
You're
was
going to have
Mayfield.
to let me know when we get back and we think about this. You know that City Connect. You're the artist guy here. And I had your buddy on 2 weeks ago. Todd Radom came on.
Ah,
and we
nice,
talked
yeah.
about jerseys and all that. You know those City Connect jerseys? They say that the city has all the little neighborhoods that are all the little colors on it. I want to know what color Mayfield is in it.
Yeah,
I hope it's orange.
yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
back for more. We're at Koco's. I am Nestor. We're Baltimore Pod. I've lost control of this thing. I haven't even gotten to the eggnog yet. or
Losing
the corn
altitude,
pudding.
out of control.
We've talked rugby. We haven't even talked about the Ravens or Justin Tucker or what.
Oh, man.
Poor guy.
Can you kick it?
You got to go. You got. Hey, if he was a bum, then they'd have got rid of him a long time ago.
Sure.
He can still kick the ball 60 yards. He just needs to kick it
I
straight.
mean, he made a 57-yarder. Okay,
The
I mean,
same game, yeah.
it's between his ears. He's got to straighten it.
It
out.
did allow me to get the best punchline in the history of the internet in the middle of the game when he missed the kick. Not even the Eagles game, back in the Chargers game.
Right.
'Cause I think
I
people
mean,
were a little
it's-
scooped
yeah.
up on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote, "Less chicken, more kicking."
Yeah, huh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
a good
maybe.
line.
And that leaves more
Good
chicken for
line.
me.
Yeah.
I had 2 delicious chicken breasts last night from Royal Farms. Our great sponsors. Love that. I
Absolutely.
did not
Good
get the
stuff.
Western fries, but she did throw me in a roll. And I'm very appreciative of the Royal Farms, my Royal Farms on Providence Road,
There it
just
is.
inside the Beltway. I am at Koco's. This is one of my favorite places, one of my favorite days of the year. I'm getting spiked eggnog. Good friends are coming by. We're going to be talking about the neighborhood here in Lauraville and crab cakes. Ricig is here. Nick Siropoulos.
There
No
it is.
longer Siriopoulos.
There it is. There
just
it is.
no longer Nick the Greek anymore.
Well,
Oh, no, he's always
you know,
Nick the
I was
Greek,
always
of
Nick the
course.
Greek, and then the real Jimmy the Greek, like,
Happened.
did his thing, and it's like, maybe that's not a good thing to me anymore.
I'm back for more Koco's. I've lost control. Stay with us.